ask you to take your place.
A very good evening to you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I welcome you all to this session that always promises to be life-changing. I'd like you to know that whether you're joining us from the UK, the US, Canada, Nigeria here, or anywhere else across the globe, we're super excited to have you here. And if this is your first time, this is becoming the greatest youth Christian community, and you're most definitely welcome. Our vision in this community is to empower Christians to unlock their full potentials and discover their unique purposes, and also rise as global leaders and world changers. We're building a community here where individuals are not just spiritually grounded, but they also are equipped with the right mindset and the right tools to make significant impact on a global stage. My name is Thelma Bassi Subiri. I am a fashion illustrator based in Abuja, and I count it a great privilege to serve as your MC for tonight. In this community, we all know we're all about transformation, learning, developing the skills and the mindset that we need to attain and sustain greatness. And on this platform, you're going to master skills such as leadership, public speaking, mindset development, emotional intelligence, financial literacy, time management, reading habits, entrepreneurship, people skills, accountability, networking, and that's not all. Also going to learn about spiritual growth. Very, very important. We're definitely happy and blessed to have this platform in the body of Christ. Please, 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 let's not take it for granted. So in preparation for this life-changing session, I'd like you to ensure that your videos are turned on for accountability purposes. I want you to get into the right learning mode, get comfortable, get out your learning materials, and get ready to unlearn and relearn. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you the founder behind this visionary community. He is a devoted Christian with a passion for learning, languages, leadership, education, and community building. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join me as we welcome the founder of the BGY Christian community, Coach Casey Sunshine. A round of applause, please.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. If you can all hear me, please, I want to hear your voices as well.
Good evening,
Bonsoir to the month.
Good evening. You're welcome,
Good evening. How are we doing today?
Welcome, sir.
Very great, thank you.
God bless
Great, sir. And you?
I'm okay.
Good
I'm always
evening.
okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Bonsoir. Buonasera. Good to see you all tonight. Can we please put our hands together for our amazing MC, Lady Thelma? Shall we? Voila. Sorry, I had to meet everyone so that you guys can hear me clearly. Thank you so much, Lady Thelma, for that wonderful MCing. Always being there for us. She wasn't even prepared to MC tonight. We only told her 10 minutes to the time, and you still did like you are prepared, the whole week for it. What a gift to have people like you and to have everyone else here connected. Today is a very special day. Who is ready for tonight? Who knows that tonight is a very special night? If you know that you know that you know that you know that today is going to be an extraordinary evening, first of all, put on your video now. Extraordinary video, and you can't see your face. That's the first step. Step one is to put on your video. And then step two is to show that excitement, that you're sure that today is going to be extraordinary. They are going to learn so much today compared to you've ever learned before. And that the transformation that will take place here tonight is going to be on a completely different level. I want to see your faces. I am most likely not sharing any slides today, so it's going to be me and you. I'm going to be on your faces. You understand what I'm saying? And you're going to be on my faces as well. So I don't want to see anything black out in front of me. I want to see real human beings. I want to communicate with you. I want to connect with new members of the community. I want to go beyond knowing only Lady Thelma and Lady Teresa and know new persons tonight. Okay, so please put on your videos and let's interact together. I promise you, after tonight, a lot is going to change positively in your lives and in my life as well. All right, so before we start, let Let's pray. Let's commit this session into the hands of God as usual. For those of you that know me, I always like to begin with prayers. Thank you, Jesus, for the opportunity to be here once again. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you for this amazing meeting that you have called tonight, oh Lord. We commit this session into your hand, Lord Jesus, and we pray that you open our hearts, open our minds. Help us, oh Lord, to unlearn. Help us to relearn in the mighty name of Jesus. I pray, Lord, that tonight, oh Father, you purge us, oh Lord, anything that is still inside of us, Lord, that has the capacity of sabotaging that glorious future you're building for us. I pray that tonight, oh Lord, as you speak to us, you begin to purge us of those things, oh Lord. Purge us of all the ego, of all the pride, of all the arrogance. Purge us of ignorance, oh Lord. Purge us of indiscipline. Purge us of procrastination. Purge us, oh Father, of lack of excellence, of lack of competence. Purge us of anything that is mediocre about us, oh Father, and rebuild us tonight. Remake us tonight to be people of excellence. Remake us to be honorable people, to be people of gratitude, people of competence, of excellence. Help us tonight to take that step to becoming everything you've viewed for us to be. I pray against the spirit of destruction, oh Lord. I pray, Father, help us to focus tonight, that we don't miss the things you're going to share with us tonight, Father. Help us to stay focused. Help us to stay connected with these things you want to share with us tonight, Lord. Thank you, Heavenly Father. As the vessel you're using tonight, Lord, I submit myself to you. I decrease myself and I increase you over this meeting, oh Father. Speak through me, lead through me tonight in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for in Jesus' mighty and matchless name we have prayed. Amen. Okay. So one last thing, and this one is very important, guys, because tonight we're going to be sharing a lot about the BJY program. This is not just a program for the community members, it's a program for new members to really come and know what is this thing about. So let's share the links. If you've not been sharing the links tonight, I will talk about it. But trust me, you cannot be selfish. You can't be selfish about what we enjoy here. Pick up that link, put it up in your status, but don't stop there. Send it to a couple of persons. I know I say this sometimes, some of you don't do it. All right. But pick up that link and share it to certain persons that you know should be here. That auntie of yours, that sister of yours, that uncle of yours, that younger sister of yours, you know, that is still trying to find their feet, wondering what has life got for me and all of that. Let them come here today and begin to start their journey to discovering purpose. So send to that person, tell them, connect now. Your life is about to change. And I promise you, they will come here and at the end of the session, they will thank you. Like most of the testimonies we receive all the time after our session. So share the links intentionally. Let's carry out this assignment, you know, as fast as possible and connect back to get started in Jesus' name. Amen. So tonight, guys, while I was preparing for this session, you know, earlier in the week, the Lord just, I had a very quiet session with the Lord and he said, okay, so Casey, are you not going to relax and find out this purpose I've given to you, this assignment I've given to you? Are you not going to just take a break and relax and find out where you are? Connect to the people that you've been sent to lead. Know where they are. Know what their pain points are. Know how the journey is going with them. Do they have questions? Do they have challenges? Are they enjoying the program? You know, and even if they are, is there a way they can enjoy this program better? And when I mean enjoy, it's not enjoying in the sense of flesh, but in the sense of getting to the next levels of their lives. Is their lives really, really changing? How can they maximize the potentials? I'm like, oh, wow, okay, Lord, that's interesting. All right, because I hardly do this. But as I begin to prepare towards the direction of what the Lord was telling me to do, I began to see how it is actually very important to take a break. About 2 months ago, in the month of July, all right, I mean, you all have heard my story when I heard the voice of the Lord saying, this so-called consultancy coaching business, stop charging money for it. I have vessels. I have people I want to use mightily. They can't afford you anymore. I didn't bring you here to be too expensive for the real people I want to use, not the people to afford you. And I'm like, if I'm creating impact and I'm making money, that's what we're taught, right? That's what our coaches teach us, right? That the best kind of business is the one where I'm making impact and I'm making money. I'm like, so why is my case always different? The money is beginning to flow, and now God is saying, stop making money out of this, you know, and just give it up for free. I mean, it was at that point of the business where you can begin to say, okay, after all the years of suffering, we are having headways. I was beginning to hit 1 million, 1.5 million, worst case scenario, $1 million, 2 million naira sometimes in a month, hitting a partnership that we could potentially turn the business into a $1 million business in 2 years, signing contracts with lawyers. And he says, you know what? There are people I want to use. And because they can't afford you, he's not saying I should bring down the program down to 20K, 50K per month. He was saying I should bring it down to zero. I should charge nothing. Could it be that it's because of you, just you? Could it be that God is so intentional that just because of you listening to me right now, God has completely changed an entire policy. God has changed the marketing plan. God has changed the business plan. God has changed, as in, he has completely altered a man's entire destiny just so you can be here. Just imagine that he has asked him to lay down 2 million naira per month, potentially millions of dollars per month, just because of you. So the question is, if he did all of that, how are you maximizing the potential? How are you maximizing the opportunity? Many of you are here. You would agree with me. If this program were $100 per month, I'm not underestimating you. All right. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that $100 per month can do in this Nigeria economy. Coaching is not going to be on the top of your priority right now. You understand what I'm saying? You begin to motivate yourself. After I can go on YouTube. After I can do this. After I can do that. You look for a lot of excuses. So if this program was still $100 per month, chances are that more than 90%, I'm being humble, maybe even 95% of those of us here right now will not even look at my ads. You understand what I'm saying? But some of you are here, you saw the ad, and once you saw, let's mentor you for free, you jumped on it. Hey, free gifts. And he jumped in here initially thinking that, let me just go and hear what they're saying, Jerry. After all, since it's free, it's not going to be valuable. And you're here and you're like, how on earth is this free? How on earth is this free? Yes, it is free. But no, again, it is not free. Because you know what? Jesus is the one that has paid the price for you. And if Jesus has paid the price, guys, imagine you can't quantify it. I'm saying this to say, I need us to really pay attention tonight. I have to take a break to see. 2 months down the line, all right? 2 months ago, we restarted. Guess what? It was such a big deal talking to my paid clients. I mean, I literally had fights with some of them. Like, when I mean literal fights, like, they could not understand. There were certain parents that were reporting me to people that they knew I respected because I didn't have time to take their kids anymore. I had some clients from the UK. They literally reported me to my mentors to say, please speak to Coach Casey. If he thinks that he's not charging well, I'm willing to pay double. I'm like, it's not about the money. This is what the Lord is saying. I'm not even kidding you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we have to shut down the entire system. The truth is that all of you here, none of you are my clients. What it means is that most people got so angry that they didn't understand that this free version could be value packed. So when I tell them, okay, look at it this way. I'm not going to mentor you for free. I'm not going to charge you anymore. This was what I was saying. I said, don't look at it like I want to stop mentoring you. I want to mentor you for free. So they can't believe that anything that is free would have value. So that's how most of them stopped contacting me, to be very honest. But the truth is, even now that I'm giving that for free, even now that God has changed the entire process into not just an academy for coaching, for life transformation, but I can even also help you deepen your work with God. I can tell you for free, I give double the effort I was giving than when it was paid. That's the truth. I put in a lot more effort. I don't joke with the things of God. Are we together? So 2 months down the line, it's time for us to evaluate. It's time for us to ask questions. Is it really worth it? Has this journey, this sacrifice, has it really been worth it for you guys? Has it really, the sacrifices that we are making, not just on my path, but even the rest of you here as well, has it really been worth it for you? So tonight, I have 3 guests. We're going to start with 3 of them. They're going to share briefly about their journey. And then from there, maybe if we have time before I go, because there's a lot I have packed for you today. I'm going to be sharing about how to maximize the potentials of the BGY program. We are going to be redefining some of the systems we have to make it stronger. And I'm going to be sharing with you some books, 10 books because some of you are just reading anyhow. Today you finish reading Miracle Money, you are not following the system. Next tomorrow you are reading Atomic Habits, and then you're jumping to this one, jumping to that one. Listen, you have to be mentored strategically, methodically, if you want to make the best out of this program, right? So I'm going to share with you 10 books that I'm going to recommend for all of you to focus on between now and till the end of the year. All right. I know some of you read 4 books per month. Even if you want to read 10 books in 1 month, if you can, no problem. I spoke with somebody yesterday and she told me that she has read 11 books in these 2 months. I said, Jesus, even me, the founder, I've not read 11 books.
I'm telling you.
You see what the men see?
Wow.
I said, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Wow, she's read 11 books. And this lady was just bubbling. She said, Coach Casey. I said, I don't even know. I didn't know how to contain her joy. She said, She said, if I met you 3 months ago, there's an interview I had just last month, I would have had the job now. There's a book she's reading. She said, oh, she's so ashamed of herself. The book she's reading is just made her understand why she failed the interview. Guys, you have no idea the power of personal development. You have no idea. Personal development is an equalizer. Do you know what an equalizer is? See, when you allow yourself to go through personal development, self-education, see, nobody will care the background you're from. Nobody will care about your family. Nobody will care about your race. Nobody will care how old you are as a Christian. Are we together? You become so valuable. God will give you such a voice that you cannot be ignored. That's what personal development does to you. That's what self-education does. You become so valuable that nobody cares about what your skin color is. They just look at you, they look at your life, they see everything about you, and they're like, wow, how did you get here? See, it's not a mistake that when you interview anybody who inspires you right now, go and check the success story of most people that you know. When they interview them, most of them always begins from a moment in their lives where they started to read, a moment in their lives where they started to transform their lives. I listened to DDK, for those of you that know her, Pastor DDK. She was talking about how she got to the person she is today, a global changer. And she said that there was a time she was 17, there was strike in her 100 level in school. There was strike for 1 year. And she just told herself, why waste it? She said she read 18 books in 1 year. And that when she came back to school, nobody could believe she's the same person. That when she speaks, they say, what is this? Who are you? 18 books in 1 year. How much more are you reading 11 books in 2 months? Look at what's this man, Dr. Olumide. You all know him. He's a pastor, he's a doctor, he's a very, go and listen to his success story. He talked about how he was broke, married, he looked at his family, nothing was working, and he told himself, you know what, my life can't continue like this. He said he went on 8 months. He went on what we call a season of silence. I'm going to teach you one day what we call a season of silence. See, a moment has to come in your life where you have to take what we call a season of silence. Shut down everything. Shut down and say, this next 8 months, it's me and my destiny. We are going to flog it out. You pick up the books I read. You are reading a book per day. It's not a joke. There's something called a season of silence. Season of silence comes in different ways. As I speak to you right now, Coach Casey, I'm also in a season of silence as I speak to you now. It comes in various ways. Are we together? Now, when you come out of that season of silence, those that used to know you will not believe you are the same person. You come out, the version they see, my God, they will never believe you are the same person. One, you are transformed. Before you enter the season of silence, you had 0 naira in your bank account. You come out of the season, you probably have like 40 million in your bank account. It's not even a joke. Sometimes just 1 year. Do you know it's possible, guys, that in 1 year you can earn 100 million from zero? Hey, they don't believe. I'm sorry for you if you don't believe. I'm so sorry if you don't believe. I'm sorry if you don't believe. You better begin to believe. You can go from 0 naira December 31st to 100 million naira December 31st the next year. It is possible. I tell you for free. You can go from 0 naira to 1. Let me leave that side first. It's season of silence. He said he went to 8 months. And in those 8 months, he said he read over 80 books in 8 months. Now, when he came out, there's a certain level of light you begin to contact. He said, this is why they say if you want to cheat a black man, if you want to hide something, put it in a book. Because in those books that you hate to read lies the greatest transformation. See, in this world, there is the 95% and there is the 5%. It's a very, if you understand the game of this world, it will be difficult for you to be broke. You just decide where you want to be. If you're happy being in 95%, this 95%, they share 5% of the world's money. Are we together? Imagine 95% sharing only 5% of the world's money. And then there is 5% who amongst themselves share 95% of the world's money. Do you imagine that? Do you imagine that? I was thinking somebody yesterday. How you, one person, can spend 1,000 hours per day. This is a very special training. I don't think I can train it here. One human being, everyone has 24 hours, but you didn't know you can actually have 1,000 hours per day. That's what the rich people do. 1,000 hours, 2,000 hours, 1 million hours per day. That you can be in one place, all right, and duplicate yourself into 1,000 persons. All 1,000 persons doing the same thing you should have done in 24 hours. By the time you go and 24 hours, all 1,000 of you have carried out 1,000, 2,000 hours. But by the end of the day, you have earned the value of all 1,000 persons together. This is what the rich does. You see, one person has 1,000 employees. He duplicates himself with all of them. Hello? Okay, this is not the training for today. I don't know why I'm running everywhere, but I'm sharing as the Lord will have me share. But everything I'm sharing with you is for you to understand the power of personal development. When I discovered personal development, my life changed forever. See, when you look at me right now, you won't ask questions. The only thing you're looking for is the value Coach Casey has to give. You won't care what tribe I am. You won't care whatever I am. You won't care what's my height. You won't care what's my age. You won't care. As I speak to you, you know value is speaking. True or true? It wasn't always like this. And guess what? In next 1 year, I guarantee you the version you will see. Oh God, you will be shocked. You will be very, very shocked. When you enter into personal development, every day you are transforming. Every day it's a metamorphosis. You are renewing. That's what happens. Are we together? My life changed completely. You begin to create the odds that will make your future a possibility. You begin to create the possibilities that make your pattern that will give the highest odds of your dreams coming to pass in the future. You can't create your future, yes, but trust me, there are things you can put into place that will make the odds of your dreams to come true. There are also things you can put in place that will hinder the odds in your habits, in your skills, in your mindset, in your knowledge. Honestly speaking, we created everything that we are today. We can literally create the odds for our futures through personal development, through self-education, through an obsession for knowledge. You can't see, it's only a matter of time. Over time, after a while, you cannot ignore a man who is obsessed about knowledge. I can tell you for free. It's only a matter of time. After a while, you can't ignore the voice of a man who is knowledgeable. You can't ignore the voice of a man who is skillful at something, at a trade. Are we together now? So guys, this is not about me. I said I wasn't going to give the floor. We spent 20 minutes already. So we are going to listen to 3 persons tonight, guys. So once in a while like this, maybe every 1 month, every 2 months, we're going to take this kind of break we're taking right now. Let's reevaluate. Let's take a pause. Let's take a break. Let's see, are we advancing in the right direction? This vision God has given to us, are we still within the vision? Have we gone out of it? Are people's lives been transformed? All right. Are we beginning to do things that we're not sent to do? That is what in a situation like tonight is meant to do. So the first person I'm going to be calling tonight, ladies and gentlemen, let me see. Great. Okay. So we're going to be starting, I think she's in Lagos. I'm going to begin first of all to Lagos. And we're going to be listening to a lady called Bibian. Now, for many of you, I'm not in your forums. I'm probably only in the forum of like 5 of you, right? So this lady, she's one of the people that let me say I'm privileged to be in her forum, right? So she's the one I was telling you that I was speaking to. And even me, her personal development journey, I have to go and sit down and learn. Because she said she has read 11 books in less than 2 months. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I've probably read only 7. You understand what I'm saying? And then she gave some very important information about how her life is changing. And I felt it would really inspire you. Yeah, the rest of you, I've not really spoken to you, but this one I have. And tonight, she's going to be sharing with us about her personal growth journey. If it's not too much to ask, please let's put our hands together as we welcome on stage Lady Bibian. Lady Bibian, please, you have the floor. Unmute yourself, put on your video, and share with us. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but Bibian is not responding. She's connected though. So maybe I will give the floor to somebody else first to share in her place, then she'll be the last. I have just 3 guests, like I said. Bibian, are you there? You ready? Okay, so she's not ready. You will share last then. Okay, let's listen to let's listen to Thelma. Thelma was our MC today, guys. All right, so I've not spoken to her recently, obviously, but I know that she has a lot to share with you guys. All right, no, let's just wait and listen to her. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. Lady Thelma, if you're there, please, guys, put your hands together. Let's welcome our fantastic MC for tonight, our beautiful Lady Thelma. You have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, everyone. Nice to meet and see all of you. So my BGY journey, first of all, I would like to say that my BGY was like a lifeline that God gave to me, because at the point when it came, I was already, should I say, at my lowest. Yes, I had lost all forms of zeal. I knew that I could do more, but my life was not just making meaning. Coupled with the fact that I had a baby, so my life, the whole motherhood thing, everything was just out of place. But, I had even asked a friend to please speak to Coach Casey if he could, coach me and all of that, because I had taken the Speak French fast. I wasn't there for long. So when I heard that it was going to be free, I didn't need anybody to tell me anything. And what I would like to say is that, I know, yes, it's good to share the gospel or share whatever good thing that you're experiencing. But I always say that no matter how much you want people to learn and no matter how much you want people's life to be transformed, it will never happen unless they themselves are in need of it. The Bible says that when you test for me, when you're hungry for me, you will find me. That's just what it is. If you're not hungry for it, you will not find it. Somebody can be throwing it at your face. So right now, I honestly don't even stress myself, or I won't call you wasting my time, because if you're not desperate for it, you're not going to value it. And even if the information comes to you, you're not going to make use of it. Okay. So in this BGY, I was able to build my discipline. I said that in my adult life, I haven't taken any conscious step. So let me just even read what I jotted down for this meeting. It said, I said, I haven't, it said, normally we do things unknowingly, okay? We unknowingly do things and they become habits for us. Coach Casey used to say that once you don't have a plan for success, you're automatically going to fail. Like, you don't have to do anything, you're going to fail. And that's just it. A lot of us, we have habits that we didn't actually plan to do. We're not planning to be lazy, but because we had nothing set, no intention, no plan, no routine, nothing, unknowingly, we're living a life of failure. And that's just what happens. Okay, so this BGY has helped me to build some form of discipline. I knew that I needed a routine, but I didn't know how to go about it. So Miracle Morning book that I read was just life-saving. In fact, my husband would look at me, and one of the days he came out and saw me in the morning, he said, this thing is really working though. I'm surprised. So I was like, okay, yes, that's a testament that actually this thing is really working. Okay. Jim Rohn usually said that, set goals. But he said the major reason for setting a goal is for what it makes of you to accomplish it. What it makes of you will always be the far greater value than what you get. So it's talking about the process, that process. In fact, now, like Coach Casey always said, when I do my exercise in the morning, I'm not looking at the goal I set. Oh, have a toned body or be so kg. I just know that I'm doing it every day. I'm showing up every day. I'm not looking at the goal again. All I know is that after a while, I will look back and I'll see that my life has been transformed. So that's literally what is happening to me. And again, to be very honest with you, it's not magic. So I'm in my cycle 3, my day 3, cycle 3. And I can boldly say that I have not missed any day. And it is not easy. I can tell you that boldly. It is not easy. There were days when I actually woke up and I was like, must I do it today? But from the book, No Excuses, that I read, when you actually discipline, when you set standards for yourself and you follow through, not just will you feel happy, like your personal power, your self-confidence, everything just increases. And so I told myself, I wanted to be bold. I wanted to be confident. I wanted to love myself. And these were the things I had to do. I had to keep on showing up. Showing up doesn't mean that you will do it great every day, but just show up. Even if it is 1 minute or 5 minutes, just show up. Know that you did it. Okay. Now, for me, meditation, positive affirmation, writing down my goals have helped me to access ideas and probably, ideas that were not there, that were there, but I didn't see them. I couldn't see because I didn't take out time to, put out my thoughts. What journaling does for us. Journaling will help you to, check your mind, what is in your head, put everything down in paper and start to sort things out. That's what journaling helped me to do. Okay. And the positive affirmation, for example, 1, I'm loaded with seeds of greatness, supernatural seeds, strategic solutions, all of that. Those are some of my positive affirmation that I say almost every day. Okay. My journaling also has helped me to develop skills in writing, speaking. Now, I intentionally, signed up for the MC group because that was me just pushing myself forward. I've come to learn that leadership is not waiting till they ask you to do something. It is you saying, I'm going to do this for yourself. Gone are the days where in university or secondary school, where people who volunteered for leadership position were mocking them like, who do you think you are? You think you are you are the one, everybody wants to see you. If only we knew what they were doing, especially those that did it for the right reasons, if only we knew what they were doing, that they were putting themselves out there, they were helping themselves, if only we knew. Particularly, there's a lady in my university, she was my junior, but I realized after a while, I used to see her reading, she was just different. And I told myself, from time to time, I remember her. I was not exactly friends with her, but from time to time, I remember, I can even tell you this month, I've even thought about her. If only I was reading like she was reading that time, probably my life would not have been where I would have gone further. But I'm happy that this opportunity, did not pass me by. So I don't know if I have more time to talk. I should go on. Okay. So, what else did I write to share with you guys? Okay, so my mind receives, conceives daily doses of divine ideas and instructions. This is one of my affirmations that I usually say. And I was speaking to Coach Casey one time and I said, I'm a digital illustrator. Just that journaling, I like to write notes, and just all the whole morning routine, that journaling, writing, and all of that, it gave me ideas that I never knew existed. I like to write. I'm very creative. I love beautiful written notes. And then it just came to me, why don't you do so, and so? Honestly, I wouldn't have had that idea if I didn't, take myself through the discipline of journaling, of meditating, of visualizing. Several ideas, and assignments that I was given by Coach Casey, I did it. And again, I want to say something. The concept of accountability is very, very important. For me, it has really helped me. So now I have Coach Casey, here as my coach, as my mentor. If he was not there, I probably might have slacked along the way. But the fact that I had somebody who has devoted his time, his resources on me, telling me and guiding me, I just told myself, if you slack, it's going to be your fault. It's going to be a shame. And, just that mind that somebody is holding you accountable is very, very important. And I would like to say that if you can get people who actually matter, whose words, whose opinions about you matter, not as your accountability partner, but literally submit yourself to them, it's going to help you in a long way. Because you can use anybody, but it won't really matter because what they're saying over you or to you might not really matter. So get yourself somebody who, submit yourself to somebody who you give authority, who you respect, because when you do that, it's going to make a whole lot of difference in your life. I think that's what I have to say for now. I don't want to say more. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Can you all put your hands together for Lady Thelma? Is that all she deserves for that wonderful secret she has shared with you guys? Come on now. Okay, she shared a very valuable secret about accountability. Maybe I can share a bit about that very soon. All right, your forum is such an important place for you. Don't joke with it. All right, the people you bring into that place should inspire you. They should make you want to take action and all of that. Okay, let's go from Abuja now. Let's go to Lagos. And she's a mother. She has a little baby, I think. And despite all the odds and all, sometimes she's reporting you're hearing baby crying in the background and everything, but she's so determined, and that's that's so inspirational to see people who just want to break through this disease of ignorance, that has plagued Africa, that's plagued Nigeria. Once you break it, I can tell you for free, the world is, at your feet. All right, let's go to Lagos now. Let's listen to Lady Teresa. I don't think she needs any introduction. Do I need to introduce Lady Teresa? Guys, She's so much and everything for us here at BGYCC. She's one person who has made it so easy for us to carry out this vision. She's been so supportive. She wrote me. I remember the day she wrote me on a and she said, "Sir, this vision synchronizes a lot with me, and I just want to serve you." And I'm like, "Oh wow!" She was the very first person. I started thinking about what I can get her to do, and she said, "Whatever it is." And you guys can see literally for someone I've never met before, she's everywhere. Every department, just making sure things are working. Listen, if we have people like her, so many people like her, I can tell you for free, all of us together, we can come together as a force and be the Africa we want to see. Instead of asking Africa to change, instead of asking Nigeria to change, we can become the change that we want to see. This is a selfless vision. It's not a one-man vision. If you guys know what we are trying to do, if we have more persons like her, I tell you guys for free, we can create the Africa of our dreams, the Nigeria of our dreams, where youths are reading, are transformed. Nobody is lazing around anywhere. Are we together? So all of this is just for us to please appreciate and welcome Lady Theresa as we give her the floor.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Coach Casey. I'm so happy. Yeah, it's a privilege, and I don't take it for granted. Thank you, sir, for all you do, and thank you to everyone. And if I want to describe, or if I want to talk about what BGYCC is and what it means to me, it's so amazing how Lady Thelma just talked about discipline, and because that is the angle I really see the program from, because to me, I see BGYCC and the program as a program for discipline. Like if you were actually someone who is looking to develop discipline and consistency in doing certain things that are important for your growth, then BGYCC is actually the right place. So I personally believe that a leader should be someone who should be able to first lead himself or herself by getting himself to do the things that he should do, and when so with BGYCC, I've been able to develop that self-discipline. I've been able to develop that self-leadership. Okay, getting myself to do the things that I knew I needed. Okay, as at the time I was out of BGYCC, before I came into BGYCC, I knew I needed more. I knew I should be doing more. I knew that there is so much more waiting for me out there, but how do I just harness it? How do I start? Where do I start from? But when I just bumped into BGYCC, it just gave me the first, that baby first work. It just gave me that strength, and I decided to just take everything that I can take from the community. So BGYCC has helped me in area of staying consistent with reading. I never used to be a reader. And truth be told, I never used to be a reader. Even when I was in school, I just read because I needed to just pass. But then I wasn't reading for the right reasons, okay? But now I know better. With the help of BGYCC, I know better why I should be reading. I know that it has a very important role to play in my growth and development. So I don't neglect it at all. Although there are times that I would wake up, it's true, it happens, I'll wake up and don't just feel, or my day is just so clustered that I don't have even a single time to go ahead and read. But even if it's a page, I just struggle, even if it means staying awake all through the night. There were days I had to stay awake at night to make sure that I read up to, because I usually set I set targets for myself in terms of the pages, number of pages I should read. So there are some times I'll set 30 pages. After setting this target, I'll get to realize that, come girl, this page you can't do it today. The only option I have is staying awake just to make sure I hit that target. So I have to stay awake and read until the next morning. But then in the morning, one amazing part of this program that I've discovered is that in the morning I continue my day as if nothing happened, as if I didn't sleep at all during the night. Meanwhile, before I came into this program, if I don't sleep up to maybe the number of hours I told myself I needed, like the general one, we need 8 hours of sleep. If I don't sleep up to that number of hours, I would wake up feeling unmotivated, feeling, please, I want to go back to sleep, this kind of feeling, okay, not energized for my day. But after I read the Miracle Morning, Hal Elrod, he totally transformed like this mentality, picked it out of me and just threw it away, because he gave practical strategies to just feel normal during your day, even if you got little sleep. So sometimes when I don't sleep, even up to 4 hours, I wake up and I just feel normal. I even feel more motivated, I feel more motivated than the days I slept for so long. And it just amazes me sometimes. I just think about it. How come before, if I don't sleep up to this number of time, okay, I feel weak, I feel tired, I feel all of those negative feelings but now, even if I sleep 3 hours, I'm good. I can just go ahead with my day, do the things I need to do, and I'll be fine. So I discovered that it all starts from our mentality, what we already have in stock in our head that we need. So according to Hal Elrod, you only need the hour of sleep you believe that you need. So since that day, that particular statement has stuck with me. And even if I don't get enough sleep, and I'm good. So this program has helped me really transform my mentality about so many things, about finances, about daily habits, exercises, even kept me consistent with going through my Bible, with reading the Word of God and meditating, praying, and all of that. I used to do this before the program, but I wasn't consistent. But now I make sure that no day passes without me going through the Word. And that has been one of the biggest blessings I can boast of today. And also, BGYCC has impacted me in my area of communication. Me, literally, this Teresa is, you can just call her an introvert. I don't know, but introvert personified, if there's anything like that. I never used to speak. I'm just on my lane, like quiet and all that. But I got to a point where I knew that this particular person, you can't do much with this nature. You can't influence people. I see people who do great things and I want to, but this state can't do it. So I had to push myself. Okay. I had to push myself to go the extra mile. Open up the mouth. Just let your mouth speak when you should talk. Don't be quiet. Okay, so according to the popular saying, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. There was a point in my life where I realized this, and it has pushed me to just get myself involved in things. Just get myself involved. I tell myself, get yourself involved in things. Don't wait for anyone to push you. That is where the self-leadership comes in. That is where it comes in. So get yourself to do things, and by doing this, you get to improve on yourself. So BGYCC has helped me with that, helped me with improving the level of my communication, improve on reading, staying consistent with reading, improve on exercising as well, improve on so many aspects that on my own would have been very, very, very boring or would have been so difficult. But BGYCC made the process easy. I don't know how, I can't really say, but it made the process easy. It just, I'm now conscious of it. I'm just conscious of the fact that I need to do these things. Okay. Unlike before, where I know I need to do them, but I don't do them. So BGYCC has helped me become a better person. I can say for a fact that it has helped me become a better person. As we always say, it is a place for transformation. And indeed, it's a place of transformation for me. It has helped me build discipline and so many other aspects that
Amazing.
I am still working on. And I believe that as time goes on, I'm going to unravel all of the aspects of my life that I need to be good at. So I thank you, sir. Thank you, Coach Casey. And thank you to God as well for
Amazing.
making this possible.
Thank you so much, Lady Teresa. How many books have you read now since BGY started about 2 months ago?
I've read 5 books. This is the 5th book I'm reading. I'm currently
Amazing. 5 books, guys. 5 books in 2 months. Imagine reading 5 books in 2 months. If you read 5 books in 2 months, by the end of a year, in 12 months, you would have read, how many books are those? 60? You do the calculation. I'm not a good mathematician. That is 10 books in 4 months. So she would have read over 30 books in 1 year. Isn't that amazing? All right. Thank you so much, Lady Teresa. Can you all put your hands together? Is that how you're going to put your hands together for our team lead? Thank you so much, Lady Teresa, for all you do. Thank you for this, your service in BGYCC. I see how you fight every day because you literally see the value here. And you work so hard to make sure other people understand. Thank you for everything you do. We sincerely appreciate you. Now we're going to go to Lagos. Our time is fast spent, but we must listen to Lady Bibian tonight. Put your hands together, guys. Let's listen to Lady Bibian as she speaks. Lady Bibian, you've got the floor.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Coach Casey. My name is Bibian. Okay, before I joined BGYCC, I used to procrastinate. I'll scroll through media. I just knew there was more than this. I knew I wanted more. I knew I was made for more. And I always had that eagerness, but I needed that pushing, that extra. It's completely changed my mindset. And book like No Excuse by Brain Tracy, that book slapped me in the face, and all the excuses I thought I had, everything just every time I just think of those excuses, I'll be like, Brain Tracy says no excuse. So I will just have to do it. And Coach Casey will always say something that if you've been doing something in a way, you will keep getting same results, except to do it differently. So I just knew I needed to do something different. And I thank God for BGYCC. It's really helped me, really change my mind and my perspective to say something like, if someone is doing something better than you, it means that person knows something you don't know. So I always try to lean towards him, ask him questions. I remember the first call I had with him, and it just changed my mind. I was like, oh God. And immediately, every morning when I wake up, I go through Coach Casey status. I first of all check the status to motivate me, because I know I'll find something there. And if I feel down during the day, like I'm busy, I'm doing something, and I just feel down, I go through his status again. And I would just feel like, oh my God, this pushing is too much. BGYCC, the amount of resources, books we have there is 1 million. I remember searching for a coaching session, and I came across one, and it cost 6 million naira. I was like, wow, 6 million. So immediately Coach Casey came up, and I saw the books. It's not 50 books. It's not like 10 books. It's not 100 books. So much books. I was like, God, I need to consume all the information I need to consume right now. Because every time I listen to motivational speeches, I'll start listening. It's as if I'm listening to the same thing I've read before in those books. And I was now like, tell me, there's so much information in these books. And these people in motivation, they're also reading these books in that Coach Casey already gave us for free. And then I just started reading those books, because I was like, At first, I was like, one book. I was like, okay, let me see if I can do one book in 3 days. There, sometimes I was like, no, if I want to sleep again, I'm like, no, no, no. I have to just get all this information. And it has really changed my life. Like it has really changed my life. I just want to say thank you, Coach Casey. Thank you, BGYCC. And just like in the book of James chapter 2, verse 26, where the Bible says, faith without works is dead. So that's why no matter what you do, you need, no matter what you do, even if you have faith, you need to push yourself. You need to walk. You need to do the work to get. And in the Bible, where Jesus called on Peter, where Jesus was walking on the water, and then Jesus called on Peter, said, "Come." If Peter said, "Okay, I believe," and just sat down, he wouldn't have achieved walking on the water like Jesus. But when he stood up, he came to Jesus. He walked on the water. So BGYCC is just like that. BGYCC is just like Jesus calling you to come, and you have to just leave the boat, which is your comfort, and then just try for a change. And then books like Think and Grow Rich. Oh my God, those books they are just I don't know how to explain it. There's so much information in books. There is so much information in books. Information that you can't in fact, if you start scrolling through motivational speeches on YouTube and the rest, you start wondering, oh, I already read this somewhere in this book. You now know that these people are also reading from the books. So why waste time listening to motivational speeches when you can read those books that are provided for free in BGYCC Academy? So if you want to change, if you want to change your life, if you want to change everything about you, you just have to start. And if you are not comfortable with where you are right now, it means you need a change. And when you start, you see results. Thank you.
Do you guys agree that she has now become a motivational speaker? Can you please put your hands together? And you have such a beautiful gift of teaching. I mean, I liked all the illustrations you gave. You will make a very good teacher and a very good coach. I tell you this for free. Put your hands together, guys. That's so amazing. Such a fantastic sharing. Can you confirm once again, Lady Bibian, how many books have you read in these 2 months that we started BGYCC?
Okay, I'm on my 12th book. I've read 11 books already. On my 12th
She's read 11. She's on her 12th book. And is there any particular book that has really impacted you that you want to share with us today in 30 seconds?
Okay. There's this book by Dale
Carnegie.
Yes, Carnegie. It says how to make friends.
How to win friends and influence people.
How to win friends and influence people. Yes. That book is I don't know why that book is named like that. How to win friends and influence people. It shouldn't be that name. It should be life. The book should just be like, this book is about life, because it entails everything about life. It entails everything about life. About marriage, about business, about family, about friends, about meeting people, about how to speak with people, to get opportunities, it's about everything. It's about everything in life. So it shouldn't be how to make. In fact, when I first saw that name, I was like, I don't know, something just drew me to the book. Okay, at first I was reading books Coach Casey listed, the first 50 books that are in the BGYCC drive. And sometimes I would skip one, I would move to the next. And I just saw this book, How to Make Friends. At first I was like, I'm not making friends. What? That spirit kept pushing me to read that book, kept pushing me, read this book. And I started the book. And I was like, what? It was mind-blowing. And every day you learn new things. In fact, I'll still read that book. Okay, I'll still read that book, of course. I'll still read it like 2 more times before I move to my 13th book. Sure, I'll still read that book because it's mind blowing. Like every line, you will pause. Once you read it, you read that same line again. I'm like, oh my God. Then come back again and say, oh my God. Like this information that is free is worth millions. And we can't get this anywhere else. That's the truth. It's for a fact. We can't get this anywhere else. Thank you, Coach Casey. Thank you, BGYCC.
Thank you for blessing us tonight. I have been blessed. Thank you, Lady Vivian. Thank you. And I like her name. I was telling her, her name is so beautiful. I'm going to give her name to my daughter when I have a daughter, just so I can call her Bibi. So it's not the Bibian, to be fair. It's the fact that I can abbreviate to Bibi that I'm excited about. Can you guys please put your hands together for all our beautiful guests tonight? So this is it, right? I know that some of you are here. I don't know you. To be fair, to be very honest with you, I've given these people the floor because I personally know them. But I'm also excited to hear about from those I don't know, because I know some of you are here. I've never spoken to you. I'm not on your PRP. You only see me here and I move. So we don't have time, a long time. I just want to give maybe 30 seconds. Like what I wrote here is this: two months down the line, where are we? What has BGY done for you? So if you can just pick up the floor and in 30 seconds, just tell us how this community has blessed you. If we can take 5%, that would be great. But that will be dependent on if each person can just give us a very short 30-second summary of their BGY journey. So if you know you want to speak, just unmute yourself and speak. So hopefully, apart from this person, there are other persons who have been transformed. If there are, go ahead, unmute and speak. I believe that it's on a mode where you can just unmute and speak, right? Is that correct? Maybe it's not. Can anybody unmute?
Hi.
Okay, yes, please go ahead. Debbie, are you speaking?
Oh no, I was trying to tell you, but I was trying to tell you that it's on the mode when you kind of mute.
Okay.
I was having network issues, but I think I heard the question that you asked about how the community has impacted.
Yes, your BGY journey. These people have shared their growth journey, but I want a summarized version, 30 seconds. Just share with me your journey in BGY. Have you been transformed?
Okay. All right. So I would just like to say thank you to everyone that has spoken. Yeah, it's just very motivating to see that, you're not just the only one in the journey, and there are other people there. It's just like powering you into motion. So thank you to everyone who has spoken so far. My BGY journey has been nothing short of amazing. I keep saying that's an understatement because I haven't been able to find the right words. But my BGY journey has been so transformative. Everyone has spoken, and for me, I'm on day cycle 2, day 16. And it's just been so mind-blowing to see that you have so much within. But the thing is that we keep looking outside of ourselves to see that, right? You're seeing amazing people doing amazing things and you keep wishing, oh, I wish I could be this person. But what BGY has done for me is that he has taken me out of that wanting to be to being, right? It has made me to stop being a thinker to being a doer, because you have to get to the point where all the wishes in your mind, you have to just leave that zone of wishing and you get to the point of wanting to become, taking action to be who you want to be. It's been close to 60 days, and the transformation, the creativity, everything that I've been wishing, I'm seeing myself do it. And it's like, so I have the ability and I have the capacity to do this, and I'm just here doubting myself, and people that believe in themselves are going ahead to go after what they want. So it's been nothing short of I introduced like 3 of my friends, and of course, if I have conversation with them, they're going to see the obvious changes in me. It's no longer the old Debbie, right? So I'm sure everyone is seeing what's going on? What's happening with you? The transformation is becoming obvious. People can see it. And I'm happy that, it's not just for the BGY community as well. People can also see the transformation. We're making a change in the community, even in our society as well. And it's not just within here. So BGY community has, and of course, I've gotten amazing people from this platform. I'm going to give a shout out to my primary accountability partner, Mrs. Chizoba. She's been amazing. So yes, I've made meaningful connections here, and I'm so grateful to God for that. Thank you.
I can see how she was doing her best to make sure she summarized everything. Can we put your hands together for Debbie? So if you want to share, please just share on the chat so that I can share tonight because time is gone. All right, for those of you, if BGY has really transformed you, share on the chat, encourage somebody. Somebody is there for the first time, they are still wondering, what is all these things? BGY transforming, where have I been? They're wondering. Share on the chat that they will see your message and they will not leave here until they hear the part that tells them exactly how to join us on this journey. So it's time for you to pick up your pen and write down, guys. Are we ready? How to make the best out of your BGY program. The next 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to give you very important stuffs. Please make sure you write them down. Number one, you have to make a firm decision. You have to make a firm decision. Everything, every change begins with what? A decision. A firm decision. The decision says what? I am ready to change. I am tired of this level. I am tired of mediocrity. I am tired of lacklusterness. I am tired of not making waves in my marriage, not making waves in my life. You must make a firm. If you don't make a decision, you will start reading. In 2 days' time, you won't read. Are we together? If you don't make a firm decision, you start exercising. After 3 days, you wake up late and you feel tired. You won't show up. If you don't make a firm decision, after 4 days, you won't do your meditation. You won't do your affirmations. You start giving yourself excuse. This affirmation is too long. Let me do a shorter version. Or let me do, you start giving yourself. You need to make what? A firm decision. Bernard Shaw says something very profound. It changed my life forever. He says, there can be no progress without change. There can be no progress without change. You write that down and underline it in capital letter. There can be no progress without change. If you are still on the same spot, it's because you have refused to change. Yes or yes? The only time that change happens, the only time that progress happens is when what? When there is what? Change. So you must make a firm decision that I'm ready to change. The problem is not Nigerian government. The problem is not the economy. The problem is not dollars. You know who the problem is? The problem is me. If I change, I won't depend on the economy. What the heck? Are you kidding me? If I change, I don't care which part of the world I live in. Do you know there are people that don't care about? I'm not. Of course, you're a Nigerian. You can't say you don't care. But you get the point I'm trying to say. Your prosperity does not depend on an economy. There are people like that. True or true? If you are shouting every day, Nigerian government, Tinubu, the problem is you. It's not Tinubu. Trust me. The problem is that you're a consumer. You're not a producer. In this economy, producers are the ones that are excited. They're not excited because people are suffering, but they're excited because whenever there's a crisis, I guarantee there are people that are making money. True or true? When there's a crisis economically, that is when producers make a lot of money because consumers all the little money consumers have, they're eager to spend it. Consumers are collecting all the money. We live in a consumer economy. Everyone is consuming. I consume food. I consume this. What are you producing? You're broke because you're not producing nothing. You're just consuming. You spend all the salary. Can you transform your salary to produce something that people are going to begin to pay for? Change the story. Leave this side you and go to the other side. It's not hard. Leave the 95%. Go to the 5%. Produce something. Nigeria is broke because Nigeria is a consumer nation. Are we together? Become a producer. Stop being a consumer. What can I produce? The moment you begin to produce something, your prosperity will no longer depend on an economy. Do you know you can be so rich that an entire nation will come to you to borrow money from you? Hello? You can start a step today. It all begins with what? With a decision to change. A decision to what? Change. If you are broke, it's not the problem of the nation. It's not because of fuel. It's not because of anything. It's because you are a freaking consumer. You're not a producer. Are we together? Start becoming a producer. Sit down. Tell God, we are going to flog out this thing called destiny from now till the end of the year. God, you must show me. Something must come out of me. I must produce something people are willing to pay for. Yes or yes? Something must come out of me too. It's not only that I'll be. It's not that all the time I'm spending, I'm paying. People must begin to pay me for something. It's inside you. I guarantee you. There's nobody that came into this world without a solution to a problem. You came into the world with a solution to a problem already existing. The problem is that you are too busy, you are too distracted, too much noise. You can't go within yourself to find the solution. In this economy, people are looking for a lot of things. A lot of people are looking for a lot of things. The solution is inside you. Bring it out. Bring a solution. Someone sat down and brought the idea of Uber. Someone sat down and brought the idea of what's it called? What's this company coming to my mind now? Brought the idea of Zoom in a crisis where there was pandemic. Yes or yes? Everybody's shouting, hey, and when sat down, okay, people cannot communicate. Let me bring an idea so that they can communicate online. Yes or yes? Now they are billionaires in dollars. While you are wallowing and complaining, someone sat down and brought Amazon. How can we bring an idea? How can we deliver books and the rest of that to people at their doorstep? People sat down and brought these ideas. Producers will never depend on an economy. Anyone that produces something, you bring out a product people can buy. It doesn't matter where you are, Canada, Nigeria, Bomosho, Kogi State, you will not depend. Economy is just economy. Fuel is just fuel. I'm not being arrogant. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm just in a hurry a bit because I don't have time. This is not arrogance. This is not arrogance. God is my witness. I'm telling you, stop being a consumer, become a producer. You can produce something. You can begin from somewhere. The first product you produce will not become global, but start from local, start from something. When you produce the first small thing, you begin to have a producer mindset. Yes or yes? And then you produce the next thing. You're going to fail and fail and fail. But if you don't start now, when will you start? You will never start. The more you consume, the more you have a consumer mindset. Yes or yes? You collect your money. You're in the shopping mall today. You're buying this, you're buying that, buying this, buying that. Somebody produced the nose mask. Yes or yes? Somebody produced. There are so many problems out there. Find a solution. Find a freaking solution to a problem in your society, in your community, in your local neighborhood. Find the problem. Solve it. People will pay you for it. You might not succeed first, but you begin to think like a producer. Yes or yes? You begin to think, every time I see people paying somebody something, every time I'm buying something, I'm thinking, this guy is making money. Imagine someone brought this kind of idea. That's how I'm always thinking. You guys are buying, but as I'm buying, I'm not thinking as a buyer, I'm thinking about, Jesus Christ, what an idea. This business owner, this guy is freaking good. Are you kidding me? Every time I'm buying something, I'm thinking about the person collecting my money. I'm thinking, how can you be so smart to bring this solution? And I'm thinking, how can I better my own solution? Yeah. I'm not kidding you. I have a supermarket down the road where I buy stuff. The guy is expanding every year, and I'm like, what the heck? How is this guy expanding every day? Every time I give him 1K or 2K, I'm thinking, I want to enter into his mindset. That's how I behave. Every time I buy something, I'm thinking. Someone, when you begin to think that way, I guarantee it's just a matter of time. A product to come out of you. A product to come out of you. A service to come out of you. I've started teaching. Today is just for us to, do BGY program, how to maximize. But I can't help. I have to give you tips. Guys, I have to give you these tips. They're very important. Stop being a consumer. Consumers are broke. Producers are in the 5%. Consumers are in 95%. Are we together? Consumers shout about economy, shout about the president. Producers, they make more money even when things are bad. We don't want things to be bad. I can tell you for free. But when things are bad, producers make more money. Because when things are bad, it means that there's a problem. Yes or yes? Government will not solve it. Producers solve the problem. Hello? Producers solve the problems. While you are complaining, producer is thinking, what's the next problem I can bring to these complainers so that I can keep collecting the small money you have in your complaint, the little money you have left. How can I collect it? And you are there just complaining. The salary comes, whoa, you eat everything. Wow, like that, your mouth is open to eat. And producers are thinking of how to make your mouth getting bigger and bigger so that the small, whatever you're collecting, I can keep collecting it. And you blame them. You start saying that they are ritualists. They're not ritualists. They're just producers. Are we together now? Think there's a solution inside of you. See, there's $1 million in your head. I can tell you. You just don't know yet. There's $1 million in that head of yours. There's $1 million. Stop, get your lazy self off that place and begin to think. There's something I call thinking time. That's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. My first 30 minutes, I do nothing. It's my thinking time. I'm telling you a very big tip right now. My first 30 minutes every day. Prayer is very important, but I do that after my thinking time. So my first 30 minutes, I have a to-do list, which is one of the tips I'm going to share with you very soon. I must write down the first 10, 20 ideas that come to my mind of how I can improve my business, what I can produce. It's my thinking time. Because when you wake up in the morning, that is when your subconscious mind is more awake. Yes or yes? Your thinking faculty is at its highest. That is when you can catch a multi-million-dollar idea. So I have my thinking time. So once I wake up, I go to my to-do list for the day. I might be speaking in tongues and ideas are coming. I write down, call this person, call that person, tweak this thing, tweak that thing, thinking. So when I finish my miracle morning routine, because I spend about 2 hours praying, I spend another 1 hour maybe doing my miracle morning routine. After those 3 hours, I don't go to social media. I go to those things I wrote down during my thinking time. Before I go to WhatsApp, I must execute everything. Everybody I said I will call, I must call. Because once you jump on WhatsApp, you are seeing your day begins to be driven by your customers. People are going to begin to take charge of your day once you go to social media. But you can take charge of your day, not anybody. So I spend my first 30 minutes, I go to my thinking time. I write down all the thoughts God is giving to me. This is how my business, my God, this is how whatever I put my hands on begins to grow. Because every day, through those thinking times, I'm making a list of 20 new ideas of how to improve the small thing I started with. It's going to continue to grow. If you don't have any business already, just have a thinking time. Thinking time, shut out the world, no distractions. Many of you, the noise is too much. Your head is too clogged, too much noise. Are we together? Even when it's time to think, you're thinking of what comedy you watch, or you're thinking of what movie you watch. There's no space to think. You can't think creative ideas. Your head is bombarded with too many useless things. It's time to shut off, even if it's 30 minutes per day. Just be speaking in tongues. Just speaking in tongues slowly. Thinking, just put on your notepad, off your data, so no message is popping up. Are we together? That's if you're using your phone. I use my phone. I have a notepad I use. Are we together? And then I'm writing. By the time I finish my thinking time, I have at least 30 new ideas. So when I'm done praying my miracle morning, those 30 ideas, I execute them first. It can take me till 12 p.m. That's why if you try getting me in the morning, you will never get me. Anything from maybe 4 a.m. till 12 p.m., you're wasting your time. All my meetings are from maybe 2 p.m. downwards. But those first hours, those are my productivity periods. Those are times to flog it out with destiny, to put things in place. Are we together? To modify things, make things better. Oh, Jesus, I'm teaching. I'm not meant to teach today. I'm meant to give you how to improve your BGY program, KC. Are we together, guys? Oh, Jesus, help me. Time is gone. So first thing is what? Make a decision. Make a firm decision. Number 2, get 2 notebooks. Don't do this without notebooks. Get 2 notebooks, 2 big notebooks. Are we together? Let me show you one of mine. Get 2 big notebooks. This is one of my notebooks. I don't know if you can see this. I know this is a blur mode, but get 2 big notebooks like this. All right? One notebook is going to be for your Friday sessions. Every Friday session like this. See, your life is the way it is based on 2 things. 1, the things you've been exposed to, and then 2, your personal experiences. Simple. If you're broke, it's because you've been exposed to poverty education for a long period of time. Long enough. Are we together? And then you've had experiences with poverty. I'm not being arrogant. I'm just telling you the way it is. If you're not rich yet, it's because you've not had a long enough experience with wealth, creating ideas or platforms. Long enough is the main word here. Long enough is the main word. You've not had enough exposure to wealth creating ideas, platforms, long enough. So you can watch a video on wealth creation once, then you wait to get it next month. Are we together? Or maybe you can come to BGYCC and do BGY program for 1 month and then wait till next year. Whereas you have spent 20 years of your life in a family where there was poverty. So poverty was taught in your family. You spent 20 years exposed to environment like Nigeria, where every day you are listening to Tinubu, people causing Tinubu, people causing fuel and the rest of that. These are poverty programs. Are we together? Yet you come to BGYCC, which is a wealth creation platform, yes, which is mind-blowing, mind-transforming platform, and you don't allow yourself to expose yourself for up to a year without consistently. Now you expect one video to counter a program of years. You expect 1 month of BGY program to counter 20 years of poverty programming. How does that work? So how long? See, whatever you predominantly expose yourself to is what you become. Are we together? You are the way you are based on what you have exposed yourself to for a long period of time. Being in Nigeria alone, there are topics I don't want to develop. Otherwise, you will cry. Being here alone, even being in your family alone, sometimes, I beg to tell you, sometimes, just listen to your family, everybody saying it's too expensive, I can't afford it, this is too, just look forward. Those are poverty programs. Those are lack programs. See, you can't feel scarcity on the inside and experience abundance on the outside. It's not possible. You can't. What you feel on the inside, you experience on the outside. You can't deceive yourself. I can tell you for free. So it's exposure. Everything begins what? Exposure. When you read books, what? You are rewiring your brain when you read books. Are we together? You are recreating. Your brain is no longer a record of the past. Your brain becomes what? A creation of the future. Oh, Jesus, I hope you understand what I'm saying. When you read books, you are stopping your brain from becoming a record of the past. Because most people for 20 years, your brain is just recording and replaying poverty, replaying every day. 95% of the things you do every day is the same thing you do yesterday, last month, 2 years ago. That's what scientists say. That most of the 95% of our thoughts are the same thoughts we thought yesterday. So you are recreating the same things you have been doing. So when you begin to read, when you expose yourself to platforms like this, what you're doing is that you are now stopping your brain from replaying the past to recreating the future. That's what's going on with BBN right now. New ideas begins to come. That's what's going on with Debbie. People look at you and say, what's going on? Who are you? This is not the way you need to think. Are we together? You're not talking the way you used to talk. The reason you're not talking the way you used to talk is because you're no longer thinking the way you used to think. Oh, God help me. Now, today is no longer enough to develop what I wanted to develop. Is everybody understanding what I'm trying to say tonight? You can't talk the same way you used to talk because you're no longer thinking the way you used to think. If you had a girlfriend 5 years ago and they come and meet you after 2 months in BGYCC, they won't know who you are. If they can't, they can't relate to this new version of you. This confident person, you can't be manipulated. Hello, maybe they manipulated you in relationship. Like nobody can manipulate them because you are being cured of ignorance, the greatest disease in the world. If you currently earn 100,000 naira per month, every month you're paying 900,000 naira per month for not knowing how to earn 1 million naira per month. I want to look at it like that. That's how much you're paying every month for ignorance. Every month you are paying 9,900,000 naira for not knowing how to earn 10 million naira per month. Hello? Yes. If you look at it this way, you will not allow yourself to wallow in mediocrity. If you earn 200K per month, every month you're paying 800,000 naira. That's what you're paying for not knowing how to earn 1 million naira per month. You're paying 9,800,000 for not knowing how to earn 10 million naira per month. It goes all the way for not knowing how to earn 100 million naira per month. You're paying every month in millions for ignorance. If you think knowledge is expensive, I tell you, ignorance is 1 million times more expensive. Ignorance is 1 million times more expensive than what the price you can pay for knowledge. Failure is more expensive than success. You see now, God help me tonight. So much to say, but there's no time. You people have taken all the time. It's not me, it's you people. Okay, where was I? Firm decision, right? Then get 2 notebooks. One notebook, expose yourself. It's methodic mentorship. See, tell yourself Friday evenings, I don't have anywhere else I'm going. Make it a point of duty that you're here. You're not here to glorify Coach Casey. You are here to continue. You're making a habit of continuously exposing yourself to a new paradigm shift in your mind. Yes or yes? Over and over and over and over again. Until one day you begin to become the things that we teach here. You go out and you speak. And people are saying, who are you? Sometimes you will inspire yourself using some of the lines you've heard in Coach Casey's conference, and you're like, oh, wow. You know? Some people are closing their eyes because it's happening to them already. Okay? Because you begin to see yourself. A friend comes to you, and in 10 minutes, you talk to them. When you finish talking to them, they're in tears. And then you go back home and you're like, who was that? And you're asking yourself, who was that spoke? Was that me? 10 minutes, everything was just flowing. You are telling them, motivating them. Everything was just flowing. You give them assignments, you give them 3 steps, and you're like, hey, I'm not giving 3 steps too. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you begin to expose yourself to new things, new mindsets, new belief system. So get a book. Don't joke with this process. Don't joke with it. It will change your life forever. It changed mine. It changed the life of everyone you know who is successful. Everyone you know is successful. They're obsessed with reading. They're obsessed with knowledge. That's why they're there. I tell you for free. I tell you for free. It's an equalizer. Okay? So 2 books. One for not just every Friday what you're jotting down, but for your personal development notes generally. Because outside here, you should also watch videos on YouTube. Are we together? If I were you. Outside here, you don't have to wait till every Friday. Go to YouTube. Go to areas you're struggling with. Are we together? Go to areas you're struggling with. Go there and watch. Look for other mentors, not just Coach Casey. There are people that you should look out for. A lady like Lady DDK. If you're a woman, you must follow her. Are we together? I have some mentors that have changed my life forever. Patrick Davids. Are we together? Alex Homozy. In terms of wealth, all right? Look for mentors for inspiration. Look for mentors for a spiritual life. Look for mentors. Follow them. Hey. Okay, so one for those write-ups. And then the second book will be for your goals. Second book is for your goals. Yes, second book is for your goals. Very important. You have to set goals every day. Review your goals and keep setting every single day. Second book is for your goals. All right? Unfortunately, I don't have so much time to develop, but I have to keep going. Number 3. Shall we go to number 3 now? You ready? C'est bon? Get ready? Number 3. Now, on your phone, have a note app on your phone that you can use to write to to-do list every day. So I'm introducing you to the concept of to-do list and the concept of your thinking time. I shared it earlier on. So every day, don't start your day without a to-do list. Have a list of things to do. Don't start your day without a to-do list. And let your day be guided until you finish the to-do list. Don't do any other activity. Have a to-do list. Don't be in a hurry to end to-do list. Be thinking. The first few things that come to your mind will not change your life. The thing that will really change your mind is when it becomes hard. When you're setting your goals, I tell you for free. Oh, I can't teach this today. Okay, I will give a goal setting class in one of these days. I will together. Brian Tracy says, if you have a big goal, let's say the goal is what? I want to 10x my business before the end of the year. Or I want to earn 2 million by the end of the year, 10 million, depending on where you are. Now, write the goal as a headline somewhere and write at least 15 actions you can take to earn 2 million by the end of the year. And it says the actions that will really make you end that goal is from the 10th idea. from the 10th. Many people are mentally lazy. After 5 ideas, they will stop. Those 5 ideas, those 5 first ideas will change your life. These are the easy ideas that everybody will think of. Are we together? This changed my life. This is a goal setting technique that changed my life forever. So you have a big goal, or you have 10 goals you want to achieve. Now, turn each of the goals into a headline in 10 different pages. Write 15 things you should do to make each of those goals a reality. Now, do not stop until you get to the 15th thing you must do. It's there. Just keep on. Force your brain to bring the idea. Don't give up easily. Keep thinking, okay, call this person. Okay, call that person. Okay, study on, go on YouTube and research about this business. That's idea number 3. These are easy things to do. Keep going. A time will come where one idea will just flash. Jesus Christ. You won't get that idea until maybe the 30th minute. So if you left in the 5th minute, it's gone. Until maybe the 15th idea. Is anybody on? Am I speaking in parable? You guys, why is everyone looking at me like that? Let me leave that topic then. The way you guys are looking at me, I don't understand. I was just sharing. Okay, so it's not a goal setting class, but that changed my life forever, and I can guarantee you to change yours as well. So have a note app, all right? So I use a note app called Color Note. It's yellowish in color. Write it down, Color Note. Check your Play Store and the rest of that. You see that Color Note. So that's what I use for my. All right, so I make sure when I'm setting my goals, my data is off, my Wi-Fi is off, nothing is distracting me. So during that thinking time, when I wake up in the morning, first thing, I'm just thinking, you know the things you want to do, you know your ideas already, all right? I'm just pointing out, just write my to-do list there. So the next day, all right, I write my new to-do list for the day, and then I review the ones for yesterday to be sure I really did everything, just in case there's 1 or 2 I didn't do. It's not advisable that I should leave any to-do list not done. I bring it up again to join the ones for today. Are we together? And then I journal every day. Oh, Jesus Christ. What have I done with my time today? Because I'm about to enter into another dimension of called journaling. How many of you journal here? Let me see your hands up. Be honest. You journal every day. Journal. Hey, journal. Jesus Christ. Are you guys sure we'll not do this again next week? I was supposed to take each of the BGI program one by one like this. Journaling. Guys. Okay, let me just give you the app I use. The app I use is called Journey. It's called Journey. It has a bluish graphic. Journey on I wish I'm connected here. I would have loved to show you guys Journey. So Journey allows you to write, like every single day you can journal about how your day went. You can also do a video. So my favorite part every day is when I do a video about my day. Sometimes I don't do it in the evening, I can do it in the morning. So in the morning I can talk about my day yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? So I can just say, I just talk about how my day went, the highs, the lows. So every day, all right, my Journey app reminds me of what happened 1 year ago. Oh, Jesus Christ. On the 1st of September, I was in tears. I was in my house, in my room. I was in tears. My Journey app took me to a video I did last year. I didn't know I did that video. I was just talking about where I was, and I was, oh God, Jesus. I was doing a video around, I showed my studio where I do my recordings. Oh, Jesus Christ. God help me. Coach Case is very emotional. See, at that time, I was using an ironing board, what we used to iron in my house. That's what I was using as my stand. My table today, that was my stand. My laptop, I can put my hand inside my laptop and bring it out on the other side, laptop I was using, and it will still be working. Yes. The laptop, I could see all the wires like this. I'm talking last year, I'm not talking 2 years ago, I'm talking 5 years ago. And I was telling myself, I know by this time next year, when I'll be looking at this video, I did not. Hey, Jesus. So, Journey app showed me this thing, and I was just feeling myself talking about, you don't know what's going on. By this time next year, I was just feeling myself. I like to play around like that. It's my journal. Nobody's going to see it. It's passworded. It's my phone. That's why phone journaling is preferable, because nobody can see it. You can say whatever nonsense you want to say. It's you and your life. Are we together? If it's on a book, anybody can say it. But if it's on an app, I can talk about some deep secrets. Nobody can say it. Even if the app deletes, I can upload the app on a new phone. Everything I stored there is still there. I was looking at it and I was in tears. I said, everything I said last year, I've achieved them. Every single thing. In fact, I've overachieved beyond that. Are we together? I looked at my studio, I'm like, Jesus, what is this? I was in tears. I literally, even at the time, I also mentioned how much I had. I mentioned everything, my bank account, everything was there. Journaling will humble you, I tell you. So every day, journal, write about your day, how your day went, who insulted you, who made you laugh. Who shared about BGYCC today? Yesterday, someone told me, my life changed since I met you. I wrote it in my journal. And I said, by this time, so and so months, I'm going to be hearing this like 100 times every day. It's a dream. It's a beautiful thing that 100 people are telling you every day that my life messes, I met you. And at this point, I had a covenant with God. I said, the next level I want covenant I want to have with you now, Lord, that nobody meets me and their lives remain the same. People meet me, and the moment they meet me, their life cannot remain the same. And I prayed, I blasted out in tongues for like 30 minutes that, God, I want to seal this covenant with you. That the next level of assignment I want you to give me is that people meet me. They don't need to meet me twice. Once, and their lives, that day will be marked as the day their life start to change forever. And when I finish, I wrote it down with my journal. I'll just please put it there. Are we together? Journaling is so beautiful. See, don't joke with where you are now. You will miss it. You will miss it. I tell you. Don't say because you are in the place. See, this journal, make videos of where you are. It will inspire people tomorrow. I tell you. One day, some of these videos, when I'm going to have a seminar packed with 10,000, I'll play some of the videos. And it's not inspiring yet now. Are we together? Because the difference is still, are we together? But there's some kind of difference you begin to make. When you play some videos, everybody will begin to cry. There's some success story you don't share too early. Because when you share too early, they will just say, okay, we good, things are changing, yes. But there's some places you begin to say some success stories. Everybody will cry. It will change their lives. Don't joke with where you are. See, enjoy the process. Make film, make movies. Take pictures of the process. You will miss it. One day you wake up. I miss that broke version of me. That, as in, you don't want to relive it, but you wish you documented it. You wish you took pictures. The times I was taking bike in Benin Republic, where someone gave me a bike and said for 2 years, because they bought a bike for me, I should teach their children for 2 years to pay back. I wish I took those pictures those days. I wish I took a picture of myself on that bike. I was living in a place, there was no roof. God is my witness. No windows, no roof. I was living there. I wish I took pictures of where I was living. Malaria every single day. But mosquito nets, they will still enter the net to finish your life. I wish I had videos of those processes. No roof, no window. God is my witness. I'm talking 5 years ago. I wish I had videos. I wish I had videos of some of the things I've been through. It would be so beautiful right now. That's one of my greatest regrets, is that I didn't make videos then. And then maybe know what they call Google Drive then, or no emails, put them somewhere. Where right now I can look at them. Do you imagine? Just thinking about them right now, tears are coming to my eyes. Imagine I could see them on a video. Are we together? I wish that my bike, I even went and decorated it, and all of that I've arrived. I now have a means of transportation, at my age. I also can now move from one place to the other. And it was a thing of pride. And I was supposed to spend 2 years of my life to pay back for a bike of maybe 500K. Are we together with what I'm saying now? So enjoy the process. Write down, document. Take a selfie, see me, yes. My bank account, every year, lean to this year, every year, I will always take a picture of my bank account and put it. And guess what? It has never been more than maybe 5,000 naira. Leading to 2023, I tell you for free. The day you're now going to enter a new year where that changes drastically, you will still look back and say, for 5 years, so December 31st, it was always less than 5K. Or maybe this particular 1 year, you had like 200 million. Or this particular 1 year, you had like, even if it's 2 million, it's a massive difference. Are we together what I'm saying now? Take pictures, make videos, enjoy yourself. If you need to laugh at yourself, as long as nobody's laughing, you are the one laughing at yourself and with yourself. Make jest and say, at my age like this, can't imagine. I don't even have 1K in my account like this. God, this cherry has to change. By this time next year, you prophesy. Yes. By this time next year, you write it there. So that when you see that next year, even the devil will know that there is nothing he can do anymore. Yes, God help me. I didn't want to take tonight to see my life now. I can't help it. I can't help it. I cannot help it, guys. I can't. I just wanted to share tips. Are we together? If I knew I had so much to share, I would have started from the beginning. Okay, number 4. So I said the name of the app is what? It's called Color Note. COLOR, color, NOTE, note. It's yellowish in color. Otherwise, you can get any other app you can use for journaling and all of that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Guys, forgive me. Just give me five more minutes. Are we good? 5 more minutes, right? I'll round up. Number 4, be intentional about your miracle morning. Be intentional about your miracle morning. Don't joke with this journey. Don't do it like anybody is forcing you. It's your destiny we are talking about. It's your destiny. Hello. Be intentional. Don't allow any devil to make you to become lazy about your miracle morning. Every single aspect of it. Be intentional about it. Up to today, God is my witness. I still wake up every day by 2 a.m. I sleep by, if I'm lucky, 11. But most times, 12 o'clock. But by 2, I'm up. Hey, and then for the next 3 hours, I'm blasting it out with destiny. First of all, I prayed for like 2 hours. Today, I read over 20 chapters of the Bible. I'm not saying this to make you feel like anything like that. God is my witness. I don't need to come as a lie to you. Today, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Are we together? Now, of course, this might not work for you if you're an employee. Are we together? Because then I go on to sleep till maybe like 7 or 8 a.m. Yes or yes? Then I wake up again, and then till maybe 12 p.m., 1 p.m., I'm working on my to-do list. Are we together? But then it's still what I do today. This is what I did 3 years ago, I did 2 years ago, I did 4 years ago. I'm still doing now. I will do it in 5 years' time. Are we together? So the point is, be intentional. I don't teach you what I don't do. These things have transformed my life. They have transformed the lives of most people that you know, but we are sharing for free. So be intentional about your every aspect, journaling, affirmations, every one of them. Now, reading. Reading is the game changer. Reading is what? Reading is the game changer. I don't have time again. I'm about to talk about the most important things and time is gone, but I will just summarize. Next time we'll have a session like this, I will go deeper again. Are we together? Reading is the game changer. And I said I was going to give you those 10 books. Now, I have edited the drive. And these 10 books I'm going to share to you now are now the top 10 books there. My advice for you, except you have read those books, or except you already have your way around this personal development thing and you know exactly what you need to read, just go around those 10 books first, and you come back and tell me what your life is like. Go around those 10 books. Are we together? Let me see if I can share screen and just quickly. I went as far as I went as far as even defining the books a little bit. I hope you can see my screen. You guys can see my screen, yeah? Yeah, you can see my screen. Now, it's very tiny on this iPhone I'm sharing with. Very tiny. You might have to pinch it. The first book here is the first book there is Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And I said, one of the greatest books ever written. It will change your life. Number 2, no excuses. Don't look for books with 100 pages. If you look for books with only 100 pages or 50 pages, there are some very important books that you will now, because some of you are always looking for books that are not voluminous. If that's what you're after, you will not read a book like Millionaire's Fast Lane or No Excuses. Are we together? Number 2 is No Excuse by Brian Tracy. And I wrote here, this is the Bible of personal development. It will certainly be one of the most life-changing books you will ever read. That's number 2. Are we together? On number 3, I wrote it here, Millionaire's Fast Lane. Millionaire's Fast Lane. Don't be deceived by that title, Millionaire's Fast Lane. This book will change your life. It says, this book contains the secret to wealth. It will cure you of financial ignorance. But make sure you read the first 2 first. If I have one gift for you, is this book, especially if you want to make money. Are we together? But if you know that you're not ready, please don't read this book, because this book is going to change everything that you used to know about money. If you know you're not ready, don't read. People read this book, they quit their jobs, they read this book, they do a lot of nasty things. It's not Coach Casey. I only recommended the book. Number 4. Where are we? How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I said this book contains the secret to success in life. One of the greatest books of all time. Number 5, The Power of Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And I said, no one can manipulate you after you read this book. You will learn the power of your mind. One of the greatest books I've ever written is this book, The Power of your Subconscious Mind. One day I'm going to teach about the subconscious mind, but you can go ahead of me and read this book. It will change your life forever. Nobody can manipulate you after you read this book. It's important that people should not be able to manipulate you, except you willingly allow yourself to be manipulated. Are we together now? Where are we? Number 6, The Magic of Thinking Big. Wow, by David Squads. I says, you will say goodbye to smallness after reading this book. The Magic of Thinking Big by David Squads. Right. Number 7, How to Sell to Nigerians by Akin Alabi. I said, this book can make you so rich in Nigeria, you will wish you read it earlier. If you're a Nigerian, there's too many problems in this country. This book will teach you how to sell solution. This book changed my life. If you go to for those of you that have ever gone to my Instagram page, we moved from 0 followers to over 56K followers because of something I got from this book. If you go to our page, you'll see I will write, speak fluent French in 3 months or get your money back. I picked that literally from this book. Literally. That is today what the whole world has known us for. Those words alone has brought me students from all the continents of the world without any what's it called now? Without exaggerating. This book changed my life forever. And then there are twins. The second one is what? Small Business, Big Money. The same book, Akin Alabi. It's just like the previous book. Read this book if you're ready to grow a business. Number 9, Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. This book will teach you the unbelievable power of compounding. You won't make stupid choices after reading this book. Number 10, Personality Plus by Florence Litawa. This one will make you cry. This book will bring tears to your eyes to help you discover yourself and respect other people's weaknesses and strengths. Guys, this is not things I should be rushing. Unfortunately, I'm rushing it now because I want to respect your time. All right, let's get back to our screen. Are we learning? Are we learning? We learning? On a prompt? Très bien. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. I'll continue along. So I've done about the books. Let's quickly. Très bien. Someone is showing me that they speak French. Today is today. Testimonies of, okay, we've gone through all of that. Now let me spend the next 3 minutes to quickly talk about the community. All right, how to maximize. I've shared with you this aspect, but how to also maximize your accountability. All right. Now, your greatest asset in BGY, one of your greatest assets is your forum. Your forum should not be a boring place. See, remove inactive accountability partners. Write it down. Remove them and replace them with active people. I'm not joking. See, you can't joke with this journey. Don't joke with this journey. I see a lot of you send 10 reports, no response. What kind of forum is that? Remove all of them. Bring new people. Hello? Yes. Oh, very easily. Go to the forum and say, are you looking for an accountability partner? I want to be an accountability partner so that you can be mine as well. Because the thing many of you do, the witchcraft many of you do is that you come and you're looking for accountability partner. You don't want to hold anybody accountable, but you want to be held accountable. That's why you don't find anybody. But come and craft this one now. Are you looking for accountability partner? I am here and I'm ready. If you're ready to be mine, they will come. There are people that are looking for active accountability partners. They will write you. And then you will hold each other accountable. So the first thing I have here is this. It's your asset. Keep it active. Make sure you have at least 10 active accountability partners. Not 1, not 2, 10. Some of you have 0 active partners. You might think, I don't need them. I'm self-sufficient. They're not the ones that motivate me. I know what I want now. Oh God, I wish I can go to the end. It's psychological. When people are cheering you up every single day, are we together? It gives you the energy. It gives you the energy. So please, I beg you, be intentional about getting, and like Thelma said, in addition to all the people that hold you accountable, make sure you get at least one person who you respect a lot, somebody you submit to. The person is not going to come and comment on your platform every day, but knowing that the person is there, you respect yourself. The person is just going to be there to watch what you're doing. Are we together? So look for somebody, a mentor. A mentor. Obviously, don't write me. As I'm saying mentor, I don't think of Coach Casey. I'm talking about a mentor outside. I can't be in everybody's forum. All right, but think about someone who you respect a lot, a pastor, whoever it is. Tell them you're on a journey, you want them to be there. This is the rules and everything. They will just be there. Just because they are there, you'll become more serious. All right, so apply. That was the good advice. Keep it active. Remove inactive SAPs. Make sure you have a system PAP. Make sure you have someone who respects a PAP, not SAP. Now, SAP is simple accountability partner. PAP, what's it called? Your PAP is your primary accountability partner. Someone who drops reports. You're not following system. System says someone has to remind you every day 8 o'clock with a message customized. If you don't drop your message, you restart tomorrow. Many of you don't have a PAP. You only have SAPs. Respect the system on this journey. All right? Now, we also changed the system. Earlier on, we said that if anybody misses the first report, that they have a second opportunity. That has been cancelled. We only allowed that in the beginning because we are starting, we wanted to baby you guys so that you don't run away. But we are matured enough now. All right, so please, every SAP, every PAP, if anybody misses their report the next day, day 1, cycle 1, or day 1, cycle 2, whatever, what's it called now? Whatever cycle they were on. If you go to the Google Drive, we've changed that already. Is that okay? So people are meant to drop their report daily. That is what makes for accountability. That's what makes, I wish I can explain it. It is the fact of doing this every single day without break. That's what gives you the results. Once you break it, actually, you're breaking that law. We are applying the law 100%. If they miss their report, let them restart. No more second grace. Okay? Cycle announcements. Yes, your Friday recaps. When you come to Friday sessions like this, please go back to your forums and report about what you learned. Please write that down. This is very important. So going forward, as part of the system, every Friday, as part of your report, give a summary of what you learned from the Zoom session. Yes, as part of your report, every Friday, give a summary of the high points of what you got from the Zoom session and duplicate it down. All right? And this is the community, please. When people are announced and people are celebrated, never ignore it. Congratulate them. It's what makes us a community. It's embarrassing that people are celebrated after 30 days of effort. and only 1-2 persons are saying congratulations. That's not what the community is. So please make sure you encourage those that are celebrated. If somebody is celebrated, make sure we are all there, rooting for them, clapping for them, celebrating them, making them feel very special. All right? And yeah, I was going to talk briefly about Project 10,000. Just make sure you're inviting people for transforming lives. It's very important. That's the only way that we can truly, honestly build this community. As a summary for the entire session tonight, guys, we are entering into the 3rd month of BGYCC, and we're entering into, you know, a very, very prophetic phase of this vision. Very soon, we are going to begin to implement the aspects of public speaking and even singing. There's a lot that the Lord will have us do. But we can't start everything now. We must build the community first. Are we together? How many of you here would like to be public speakers? How many of you would like to be like real-time public speakers? You want to really build your public speaking skills. It's a powerful skill. Les Brown says that when you open your mouth to tell the world who you are, we are going to build such a public speaking platform that some of you here are going to be speaking in United Nations. You'll be speaking in Harvard. You'll be speaking in top organizations over the world. I'm not even kidding. But we can't do that if we are all selfish. Look at what the likes of Lady Teresa is doing. Someone has laid down literally their lives, their earnings for us to have this platform. We can't be selfish with this. And I'm saying this, God sees my heart. All right? I can only talk about it. Well, it's already free. We can't force anybody. But you really, really have to take out this message. Are you proud that we come here every week and it's still the same numbers we're having? If everybody is working, every week we should be having double the numbers. True or true? Look at what we are doing, guys. Can't you see the bigger picture? Look at the Africa we are creating. Look at the Nigeria we are creating. Look at the testimonials we are seeing. The people that have shared tonight, they're all, I think 2 of them are already mothers. But even being mothers, look at what they're still doing with their lives. There's a lot of people out there that need this transformation. You're not doing it for me. I'm not going to earn any money from it. You're not doing it for anybody. You're doing it because we see a vision and we really want to contribute. We want to take this mandate to the nations of the earth. We want to transform lives. I don't have enough time to develop this, but I beg you guys, let it be a personal goal as part of your goals. That if I'm here and God has given me this platform on a platter of gold, let me contribute. Let me make sure by the end of every month I have at least 5 persons whose lives are transformed. They're not paying me. They can't pay you for it. It's the greatest gift you can give to anybody. The gift of what? Of transformation. So write it down as a personal goal every month. How many persons whose lives you're going to transform in BGYCC? That's why we have the community aspect. Invite them there, follow them up, help them start their program. And as you change one person's life, you might be changing the next Miles Monroe. You might be changing the next Apostle Selma and Joshua. You might be changing the life of the next, I don't know, Coach Casey, the next Debbie, the next Teresa. And they can go out there to change the world. If we put in the right foot forward and we bring in the right transformation, by the start of next year, we should begin the public speaking aspect. And it's going to be so wow. The plans, everything is there. We're going to get to a level, even those of you that have singing voices, you have talent in singing, there's going to be a place for you as well, where you can come here in one day, you have an album you've sung, and we can help you, you know, it's a platform to just help you basically sell yourself as well, build yourself as well. It is possible, but all of us have to come together to build this. All of us have to come together to say, look, I see the Nigeria Coach Casey says, I'm a part of it already, and I want others to be a part of it. Nobody needs to motivate you, yes or yes? We still spend money every single day. We still spend at least 20, 30K every day running ads. We don't have to run ads anymore. You're here. Imagine that we are not being paid and yet we are still spending our money to run ads. Hello, normally it's not meant to be like that. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying we can do more. True or true? True or true? Yes or yes? Can do it. God bless you guys. Next week, we're going to have an amazing session. Let's go out there, invite as many people. From today, I hope you're going to take your transformation journey to a next level, be more intentional. Read at least 20 pages per day. You will not die. For those of you that really want to transform yourself, it's not 20, it's 50. Yes, it's 50 pages per day. Look at someone has read 12. 12 in 2 months. Hey, I can tell you, I'll bring her back here. I'm not prophesying. I can see clearly. She cannot be the same person if she does that for 1 year. It's not possible. It's not possible. And if it is 4 you are doing per month, if it's 3 you are doing per month, just make sure you're not lazing around doing 2 pages per day. No, you are more than that. Come on. You are. Divide the book into 2 weeks or into 1 week. If you want to do 1 week, divide the pages. So you're doing 20 pages. That's what I do. Divide it into 1 week. Divide it into maybe 2 weeks. So I know I'm doing 20 pages. I'm doing 30 pages. I'm doing 40 pages. So the day must not finish until I finish my 40 pages. It's as simple as that. Yes or yes? off your phone, off your Wi-Fi until that 20 pages is done or 40 is done. I wish I started from this part and ended with sharing, but it's still okay. I believe we've all been inspired. I believe that from tonight, we now know how to maximize, at least to a greater degree, our BGY program. Who has been blessed tonight? You've been blessed? Amazing. Fantastic. I just want you guys to know something. I want you guys to know that you are amazing. You are extraordinary. There is nothing ordinary about your life. I repeat, there is nothing ordinary about your life. Forget about your circumstances right now. Right? I tell you for free. God has created you to be a champion. God has not created you to suffer. He has not created you to live a life of mediocrity. While he was creating you, he also created all the blessings you need to live a full life. All of that is dependent on your transformation. You are extraordinary. You can be anything your mind can think of. The only reason you can think of it is because you can be it. If you can think of it, you can be it. It's time for you to enter, go into that visionary infrastructure inside of you. Begin to enter into the realms. God is waiting. The ideas are there. Bring them out. Manifest. Produce. The world is waiting to see your greatness. The world is waiting to celebrate your greatness. And I cannot wait to celebrate your testimonies. God bless you all. Have a beautiful night rest and see you next week, Friday. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Casey.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
God bless
Merci
you, Coach
beaucoup.
Casey.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
guys.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci. Bonne nuit à tout le monde.
Thank you so much, Coach Casey. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.